Okay, g'day guys. This is the kind of hybrid master and disciple or bond of master and disciple team that I'm going to be running today, as you can see on the left. On the right are a number of units. There are even more that you can throw in this team. The team I'm running isn't necessarily the best team for it. It's just the one I like running the most. It's the one I have the most fun with. You could swap any of, especially the larger units you see on the right there. They're the ones that are a lot safer, I think. Especially your blue Goku at the top there, who's obviously your sub leader as well, and the tech blue Vegeta, as well as the Vegeta Trunks card Piccolo. They're all really safe bets. The smaller ones you see down the bottom, look, you're probably going to end up babysitting them. I reckon they'll get the job done if you have no other option, but chances are you would rather run one of the ones above them or one of the ones you see in my team on the left there. And obviously, because we're running Tech Trunks as the friend, he does have that super class sub leader, which could also run alongside the sub leader of the hybrid Saiyans that Gohan has, so that you do have a whole lot of options. Yeah, like I said, this is not the best team possible. It's just my favorite. And without further ado, we may as well just get stuck in. As I kind of try to do with a lot of the kind of decent teams, I like to run just with 2 sensu beans. It's kind of like a no item run, but just with a little bit of insurance in case we get unlucky with the super on a weaker unit. But I mean, we try not to use them as much as we can, but we do what we need to do. Obviously we've got a few stackers here. Future Gohan, the int 1 stacks attack permanently after he transforms, which is the point of bringing this guy here, the transforming Trunks, so that he can transform. And obviously he stacks attack and defense as well, so you got him, you got Future Gohan, you got the Super Saiyan Future Gohan, who ends up being ridiculously safe, especially running alongside his int counterpart because of that, all those links that they get, including like quite heavy defensive links in the form of Cold Judgment, as well as pretty decent attack links too, and experienced fighters, Super Saiyan Fierce Battle and all the rest. Obviously LR Gohan, the AGL will be stacking defense to the point of just absolute immortality, to be fair. That's just what he does. Then obviously the exchange Goku Gohan stack defense as well, an incredible support unit, and given that all of these units bar Trunks are Goku's family, everyone will be getting support from him. That being said, I'll leave him on rotation with Blue Kaioken Goku just to give him that little bit of extra stability, something that I mentioned I do in the Makeshift Go Bros video that I did. If you haven't seen that, go have a squiz at that one if you get a chance. And then I brought Kid Goku because I don't think I use him enough, and I feel like he's a really, really good unit. So I just decided to throw him in there, see how he fared against this event. Considering he doesn't stack, or he really doesn't do too much other than just give himself ki over and over, I just thought I'd throw him in there, see how he holds up. But yeah, unlike the Makeshift Go Bros video where I had Namek Goku going on, there aren't really any transformations that require me to fall below a certain amount of health, so yeah, a fair bit more risk-free in this run, which is always fun. And the main man here transforming, Future Gohan. I'm very, very, very pleased that I summoned for him on Global when he came about. Good point to make. All the units you saw on the side at the beginning of the video, I'm only referring to Global. There are much, much more units that have come out on the JP version of the game that are part of this category that would also be incredibly good inclusions, but for the sake of the fact that I only really play Global, I'm just going to stick to that. But yeah, don't think that that's the be all and end all. So what's going on? Okay, we're gonna cop a super on AGL Gohan, who, yeah, already doesn't really care. And we're at 2.2, linked with the other future Gohan. We probably won't bring the physical future Gohan, or an additional super would have been lovely. The physical super Gohan, he'll probably end up on rotation with the int counterpart. Probably not until the int UI Goku phase, to be honest. Just so we can let those that need to stack, build up Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku's passive if we can. Okay. So the thing with his passive as well is that it's when you're below 59% at that moment in time. So it's not like a lot of other passives where it's like, are you at a certain threshold at the start of the fight? If so, it doesn't matter whether you heal or not. His works a little bit differently. So hypothetically, if he got supered at the start there, it would still go off even though we were higher than 59 at the start of the turn. So there's that. Where I think Kid Goku's is the opposite. I think it's just, were you at below 59 at the start of the turn? You were. Sweet, well his passive's active this turn. Enjoy it. Although in future Gohan doesn't stack defense, just insanely safe with his damage reduction. And given that every rotation we have, every floater we have, will be a master and student bond category unit, he'll be getting the full passive activated. So from memory, I've run this team a fair few times because frankly I really like it. What was I going to say? I'm just trying to work this out, yeah, I think from memory he only takes about 100k from int UI Goku super attacks, which is pretty ridiculous for someone who doesn't stack defense. And similar sort of thing with the physical Super Gohan. Although he builds up damage reduction as the fight goes on, he doesn't stack permanently like a lot of other units. So the fact that they can hold up so well against what is arguably one of the hardest hitting enemies getting around, it's pretty good considering they're on a rotation together. You kind of don't have to really worry about dying unless you're already at rock bottom health. So yeah. So yeah, I think it's easier to push Gohan, AGL Gohan off rotation to stack because he won't be transforming at all this fight, so he'll just become an impenetrable health gaining machine. The higher his defense gets, obviously the more he heals. He won't take any damage. Every orb you give him, he'll just heal up. So that's kind of his role there. Not to say that he doesn't do damage, because he does damage, but yeah. How's Kaioken Blue Goku's passive going? We'll see after this. I don't think it's worth risking. Getting the Dokkan attack here too. And I think we might push him off so we get 2 hits just in case his passive is inactive.
Time to get serious.
Yeah, no need for the healing, to be honest. All the extra damage. Let's just take it nice and steady. That's what this event's basically about for the most part. Obviously there are units that allow you to just blitz this. Many of them are on their way, as we've seen over in JP, with the anniversary fusions, the anniversary top LRs, and then even more coming after that. So there you go, passive done. Beautiful. Alright, what's Trunks looking at? 120. That's serviceable enough. I don't think he'll take more than 20 or 30 if he gets supered, if he even takes that. No need to super at the end there. And keep, oh, here we go. There you go, 26, sorry. Lovely. Great unit, by the way. Spew, I haven't pulled him, which is, as you can probably imagine, the main reason I'm running this team the way I am. I don't have transforming trunks, and I really like him, and I want to use him. So I kind of put together a team of a lot of fun units that all fall under the same category, or at least super. I mean, the entire team, with the exception of the future Gohans, all fall under just a super class category sub-leader. So, or super class sub-leader. It's not a category, but you know what I mean. And he's already taken less than tech trunks. There you go. There you go. And he's lowering attack for everyone else. Gohan will get next. Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. He's just gonna make sure that he's safe as houses moving forward. He won't even let LR Gohan stack one up. Probably throw Kaioken off again. No need for him to get hit unnecessarily. Look at that. Falls beautifully. Thank you kindly. Thank you very much. Let's see what he takes here. 20. Yeah. As if you would worry about anything. A few additionals would be nice. Stacking that attack. Making him look real powerful by the time we get to the end phases. Just to get dodge most likely. That's usually how it works. But you know. You take the good with the bad. Tech Trunks will probably be immortal by that point, along with LR Gohan and the exchange units anyway. Probably got to be a little bit careful during the STR phase with the physical future Gohan here, but even still, I don't really worry about him all that much. He's still pretty rock solid. Get the rest of that healing. Let's see what LR Gohan can put up on the 24 key, seeing as it's available. .6. I mean, obviously there are units that do much more damage, but very few of them would have taken double digits from that super, which I reckon he would have. So, considering his type disadvantage there, against probably one of the at least top 3 to 5 hardest hitting tech units in the game, there's probably a couple on Super Battle Road that give him a run for his money. I don't think there's any in the Infinite Dragon Ball history yet. Maybe not, can't remember. But yeah, doing 3.6 whilst making it impossible to take damage is pretty impressive, to be fair. 2.7. I love watching the attack stats just get higher and higher and higher and higher. Yeah, look, he's already doing 1 mil on an additional, bearing in mind that he will look even more impressive once the physical future Gohan comes around with experienced fighters. It makes a big difference. And this guy just sits around 1.7, which is, I'm pretty sure I wonder how he's going to go. I think he takes double digits from Blue Goku, actually. That's not ideal, but we'll give Kaioken Goku the least amount of attacks and keep him on rotation. Look at that. 1.4 standing still. He's also one of those units that just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows, and it's so good to watch. Actually, I don't think his passive's gone off yet. So the longer we can avoid... Oh, look at that, 3.1 already. The longer we can avoid that, the better. Oh, this might sting. This might sting quite badly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, righto, mate. Yeah, go on then. Just dodge the normal and cop a super. I mean, as you can probably see on the side, I don't mind a 3 dodge on certain units, especially the ones that don't stack defense. But I hate it when it works like that. I'd rather him not dodge that normal. It just feels like he's rubbing salt in the wounds. So unless we get a whole lot of 2.8, unless we get a whole lot of green orbs with the exchange unit next rotation, I imagine that will be Kaioken Goku's passive going off. If it was 3.1 last turn, who's coming around? I think it's Kid Goku, which I don't think provides him too much assistance power-wise. Or it'll be his passive as well. So we'll have Kaioken Blue Goku doing type advantage damage against someone he's type disadvantage against, and guaranteed crits and an active skill from Kid Gohan. I'm not sure if I'll use the active skill or not. Yeah, why not? Guaranteed crits, may as well. Recently just finished watching Dragon Ball again, so that's even more fun to watch, to be honest. Yeah, and Kaioken Blue Goku is probably a little bit too vulnerable to put in that middle slot versus 3 attacks. Probably could have put him in the first to take 2, but I'm actually curious to see what Kid Gohan does. Obviously he's got a little bit of support from the exchange unit in terms of both attack and defense. And key that he doesn't need. Oh, look at that. When you get the additional super on a turn that's guaranteed crits, that is proper gravy right there. Yeah, look at that, double digits. What a champion. 4.1. That's plus the extra damage that once off for the, but it's now type of, it would have been type effective if he didn't crit. But I mean, 6 1/2 doesn't the other. Still got the Sensu. We should be able to... Yeah, we'll leave it like that. I think Trunks is safe enough, to be honest. You get that so we can get Gohan all that healing. Thought that might have done a little bit more, to be honest. But interested to see what Trunks takes here. We'll look at Gohan 1.2 standing still, and Trunks is 900,000 standing still. Getting up to 2.6. 79%. It's pretty good. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what we needed right there. Just so he's at... I'll have to worry about him a little less, I guess, versus the int phase, which I'll probably push him off, to be fair. 2.9. 3.1. Yeah. I love this guy. I love this guy. Poorly designed versus in regards to his transformation and whatnot, but I mean, I'm not all that mad about it. I haven't stopped using him since I pulled him, to be honest. That might be the better option, actually. I'm not in a position where I'm super keen on... Oh, it's a Dokkan attack. Oh, that's probably perfect. for healing actually. Yeah, ooh, perfect person to hit, to super. 170 still though. That's gonna be, if he doesn't, wouldn't mind a couple of additionals between now and in. Otherwise we could be still copping a fair bit. But it's early on in this phase, so we should get what, 2, hopefully 3 more attacks by then, which hopefully means it'll be similar sort of damage. You could get supered immediately, but I think we're on the home stretch now. Oh, nice. So he raises attack and defense on super just for the 1 turn, but if he does an additional, it means he's more defensive, which means he should be double digits. Yes, fantastic. 1.8. Oh, I enjoy this Kid Goku so much. He's just a stock standard. He doesn't need any help. He just does his thing exactly like Kid Goku is in the show, in all honesty, and I love it. And I love it. Yep, we'll be pushing Kaioken off. I reckon it's 3 versus 3, so it doesn't make any difference, to be honest. Yeah, pull that down and give Goku all of it. Yeah, just to be on the safe side. 2 attacks at the end when future Gohan might take 100 odd K damage. Oh look, they're both over 1 million standing still. All 3 of them are. Jesus, love it. But yeah, if future Gohan got super for 100,000 with just shy of 200,000 left, I just don't know if we'd still survive with normals on the end with Kaioken Goku, to be honest. But 3 mil for this guy. Do an additional. Go on. No, bummer. 2.8. 2.8. Wouldn't want an additional from you either. Go on. No, bummer. 6. Yeah. Oh, thank God for that sensu bean. Thank God for that sensu bean. Jesus. Oh, not a lot of healing going. Oh yeah, actually that'll drop down for that. That'll be enough. Yeah, that's... yeah, that's... I'm gonna risk this. I think we've got this. I'm gonna be spewing if he... I'm gonna spew if he cops it at the end. Oh, hopefully they're all normals, because I'm curious. 3.7. I'm curious to see what he takes just after the standards 1 super. I mean, look, it's 1.4. It's not disrespectful damage, to be honest. Jesus, he's doubled. Oh, he's got support from the exchange unit, I guess. Which, good on him. Ooh. How much we healing there? Yeah, we'll risk it again. Because those green ones for the exchange unit next turn. Oh, good. Perfect. What's he taking now? 80, yeah. Yep, I'm happy with that. With the 2.0 attack stat to follow. Oh, and the crit. Why not? Oh, 1.2 for normals. And 1.4 standing still for this guy for 3.1. 3.1. I reckon we'll probably finish the fight, I reckon, quite easily hitting 3.5, especially if I get him on rotation with the other future Gohan. Hopefully we can get to 4. I like that number, 4. 4 million. Oh, look at this, that's 3 million in a turn from him. Go on, crit for us. What's he taking? Ooh, we'll be right. Just. We got Gohan on rotation this time around as well, so I think we'll put him in the first slot. No, we won't. We'll get that stack. Yeah, because we're going to be healing there, get the healing on the end, and in case he dodges, Kaioken Goku's ready to explode with 2 million standing still. Jesus. I don't want to get supered, but I'd be curious to see what this guy takes. I think he... we might have died, but still would have been curious. 3.2. this is the end of this phase. Beautiful. Alrighty then. Alright, perfect. Push Trunks off, and we're off to the races. Yeah, we'll push him off. Bring that down. Give him those. Oh, look at all those blues coming down. Oh, Gohan's gonna have a field day. Yeah, look, double digits. Oh, 3.5. Oh my god, I thought he was gonna finish the fight at 3.5, but he started the phase at 3.5. Oh, here we go. I reckon I said 100k earlier in the video, so yeah, 114. Good, thank you. Came kind of close though. Didn't think it would come that close, but that's alright. He taken, yep, doubles. That Cold Judgment link is just, oh, so good. They've got great links together. It's amazing how much more use that physical Future Gohan's gotten since in Future Gohan has released. Like, just crazy how much better he's become. Yeah, that's heaps. I think it might be a good idea to maybe use a Senzu Bean. Oh, because I don't know what he's going to take on the end there. We'll risk it. Why not? He still gets about 5% health though from 3 purple orbs. 3.1. Do a crit. Help us out a bit. No, that's still half a health bar, so that'll do. Don't really care if he dodges them or not. Even when the exchange unit crits, it's marginal damage at best. Oh Jesus, he's racking up the additionals this fight. Wow, 20. That's incredibly impressive. Incredibly impressive. I recorded this video. Oh, that might have been a bad idea. I might have to use a Senzu Bean here. Oh, they're not going to fall right. Oh, there they are. Oh, perfect. Yep, Senzu Bean. Yeah, I recorded the gameplay of this video quite a while ago, and I'm recording the audio after Cooler's release on Global. And I managed to pull the final copy of Kid Goku, so I'm curious to take him back into this event and see how he goes at Rainbow defensively. Because 20 is impressive from In-UI Goku, and he doesn't stack attack. Stack defense. I'm very impressed. Very. I thought I'd have to babysit him a little bit more, to be honest. I think if I didn't have him in the team, I would have been more likely to put him in that smaller group of units down the bottom on the right at the beginning of the video rather than the bigger ones, but you don't have to babysit him really at all. If you're under threat, obviously you're under threat. Oh, look at all this healing. Oh, talk dirty to me. Do I give it to Trunks though? Yeah. Oh, look at that. And look at that. It's almost like a Senzu Bean in itself. Tank. 3.7. Thanks for coming. Oh. And at this point, I'd like to say he's getting safer, but he's not. He would be taking double digits anyway. Here we go. This will prove my point. He's basically just getting to the point where he heals more and more. Yeah, look at that. He honestly doesn't care. When I say he's the safest unit in the game, if he's not he's up there. Between him and this guy, and Kalen Caulifla, they just stack their defense so quickly. Yeah, see, I've got no issue putting him at the back. Or do I? Because I kind of want... yeah, actually I'll do that. So I can get the red on the right. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Give him that. Just thinking of the next turn with the healing. Yeah, actually if I get that, it brings the green and more blue down. Perfect. Yeah, see, before he attacks, he still takes a wee bit. That being said though, that's not as scary as it might otherwise seem, because that's the way damage reduction works. Is it kind of... it's weird. He still wouldn't have taken much from a super. Like more than 3.8. Jesus. And when I say he wouldn't have taken much, just say 1.7. He would have taken about 100k, I reckon. Because it's damage reduction, not defense 40, sorry. He would have been taking 20 with support. He would have had this exchange unit here on rotation. Ooh, okay, we're cutting it kind of thin here. Yeah. Keep him in the middle. That's where all the attacks are. I would have preferred the Dokkan attack with Gohan, but you can't chance that. Watch him get supered in the front slot, but maybe. No. Hopefully we don't get supered in the back, because I think, geez, it's 222 standing still from Kaioken Goku. Yeah, 300,000. I don't know if we'd take that much from a super from Inu Goku and Kaioken Goku. I just don't know. I'd rather we didn't find out, to be honest with you. 3.4. Just casually, whilst also being absolutely immortal. What's Kaioken Goku getting up to? 4? No, not quite. 3.8. He's so much fun. Oh, he's so much fun. Oh, I wish we... oh, 2.4. Oh, it's so good. Oh, look at this. We're not taking much damage this turn. Oh, look at the blues we can bring down. Purple on the side there, and then the little greenies there to heal that little bit extra. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting supered in the front here just to... yeah, here we go. This will kind of flow on from what I was talking about before. Usually if you're taking actual kind of damage, you'd be a little bit worried. So look, he doesn't take anything. That's just... it's the difference between damage reduction and defense. If you had defense that was just sheer defense that had you taking kind of quad digits there, you'd be worried you'd be taking over 200k. 3.9. Jesus. Him on rotation is growing almost as... well, basically as fast as Kaioken Goku off rotation for half the fight. Goes to show how awesome Kaioken Blue Goku is, I guess. But I just love watching those numbers grow, regardless. 3.1 from Trunks as well is not anything to kind of turn your nose up at either. Oh, that's a really unfortunate... 120. See, this is where he might be this is where I think he takes 20k, but I don't want to risk that. No, I don't. I think we leave him on rotation here. But we're missing his... yeah. Nah. I reckon we missed the healing then. But, yeah, I think we do. Yeah, get another stack. Make yourself safer against type disadvantage. Get a little bit of healing from him, and then just do an ultra super just to sort of wrap this up sooner rather than later, to be honest. Curious if he got supered, what he would take at this point. 1.8. It's consistent. Oh, no, crit too. Yeah, 30. Oh, and the dodge, no dramas. And It's almost like a normal attack. Well, it is a normal attack as far as Gohan's concerned. Beautiful. Made the right call. I mean, it wasn't a hard call to make. What's that? 6? 6 attacks at the back? Oh. That's not a ideal setup either. I think we, switch it around. Because then we can get, can we get supers with everyone? I still think we're missing it with with physical Gohan. Do it. Or we risk it. Yeah, why not? Come this far. If we lose, I mean, it's not like you can really look at it and go, oh, well, you can't really do it with this team. You can. Look at that. He doesn't even care. Oh, I'd love him to get supered now after a couple of super attacks, just out of curiosity. 4 mil. I was hoping we'd get to 4 mil by the end of the fight, and we did. That's awesome. He's only 69%. Imagine if it was Rainbow. Yep, 115 as it was last time. 3.3. Oh, do another. Yes! That's how you finish the fight. Bring it home, son. Oh, feels good. Such a fun unit. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.